Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Jana Garcia, and I'm a Diamond Ambassador with Plexus. And I am bringing you this video directly from my home office. And this video is for my team. And this is just going to be a really short video. I would like to introduce you to somebody that's very special, and she's going to help us get motivated for convention. So you guys have already seen my first video that I did, and it is still up and running, and I will talk a little bit more about that after my guest speaks, but you guys know where that video is. It's in our Rockin' group, and the contest is still going on for early registration, and after Tamara talks, I will tell you a little bit more about that contest. So I'm going to introduce you to Diamond Ambassador Tamara Holloway, who I love and adore. And she is going to tell you a little bit about her diamond journey.
Hey everybody! First of all, I'm so honored to be on. You have an amazing leader who is so just invested in her team. And I'm just so excited that she asked me to come on and just share a little bit with you guys. I started Plexus in August of 2013. I had no desire to do the business. I had actually done a previous network marketing in the past. Worked really hard, did a lot of home-based parties, carried lots of inventory, and I never really made it that far in the company, even though the products were really amazing. But the compensation plan just wasn't built where you could really be successful. So what a gem that we have found in Plexus. So when I first got started, I just wanted to lose some baby weight. How many of y'all have heard people say that? I just want to drop 15, 20, 30 pounds. But that is all I wanted. I didn't know much about the products. I had done some research, and I started taking the products and had really good success really fast. In fact, not only were my sugar cravings going away, but I wasn't having migraines. And I've been a chronic migraine sufferer for over 7 years. And I noticed that they were really drastically improving. And I was even able to get off 2 prescription medications with the help of Plexus. So going forward a little bit, I decided to share it. I was like, you know what? Let's see what happens. I got a few customers. I got my first paycheck in the mail, and it was about $240. And I was literally like doing cartwheels in my kitchen. I was so excited. And so that is when my passion was born for the business. And I decided to push past my past hindrances about network marketing and look at the compensation plan. And I was blown away. I was so impressed by what Plexus had to offer that I decided to jump all in, and that I was going to sacrifice what I needed to sacrifice and go for it. And I told my sponsor, I called her up and I said, give me a year. I'm going to do this thing. I'm going all the way. And thankfully, it's been such a blessing. And I hit Emerald 8 months later, and then I went Diamond at my 15-month mark. And this journey, it seriously has been totally life-changing. And what I love the most about it is this business, it is not for the few, it is for the plenty, because there's nothing special about me. Gina and I were joking earlier that we wear yoga pants and like crazy ponytails and no makeup almost every single day. There's nothing special about me. I love people, and I push past some fears. I decided to get out of my comfort zone and really be willing to share and share boldly with people, because I knew what I had to offer them was life-changing. So there you go.
Absolutely. And thank you so much for being on the call. I really appreciate your time, and your story is so motivating, and I appreciate you sharing that with us. I'm going to ask you in a minute after we talk about convention for a few tips on growing your business really fast, because I know you're really good at that. So I want to get everybody as excited for convention as we are. And since we've been to 2, I mean, you've been to 2, right? I've been to 2. And we know what to expect. Other people may not know what to expect. This year is going to probably be bigger and better, because every year it is. And so I want your take. They've already heard from me, but I want your take on why it's so important for people to go to convention.
Yes. You know, I'm sure that you guys have heard the term that leaders are born at events. And we keep hearing that because it's true. You know what else is born at events? Belief, passion, enthusiasm, friendship, morale, camaraderie. There are so many things that are born at events, and Plexus Convention is no different. You have to be there. It can change the course of your business. You will hear from top leaders in the company. You will hear from network marketing gurus that have so much inspirational things to say and just motivation. And you will just build friendships and relationships that you otherwise probably would not find. You have to be there. It's a do not miss event. And it doesn't matter what rank you are. It doesn't matter. If you're brand new, go. If you're silver, go. If you're gold, on your way to senior gold, be there, because it can absolutely change your entire mindset. I know my first convention, I was a brand new emerald. I was like lost among the jewels. I was like, what am I doing here? But I remember looking up at that stage when the diamonds lined across the stage, and I said, next year, I will be there. Next year, I will walk across that stage. And a fire just built up in my heart, honestly, and I wanted it more than anything. Oh.
Hey, cutie.
Hey, baby, give me just a second, okay? Give me just a second. Yeah, you can turn it on. Sorry.
That's okay. Okay, so tell me how important it is. That's okay. That's what we do from home, right?
This is live. This is real.
So why is it important for us to bring people with us to convention, like our teams?
Get in there. Yeah, do whatever. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, Jana. Can you repeat that?
Tell me why it's so important to bring people with us to convention, even if you're like silver and you have 3 people under you, or you're gold, or you started today. Why does it make such a big difference if you have people there on your team with you?
Yes, because you want that built in them too. You don't want to come back and just say, oh my gosh, team, this was so amazing. No, you want to have them beside you. You want to be able to go back to your room later that night and talk about what you learned, your aha moments, what inspired you. So I challenge you, if you are a silver ambassador with 3 ambassadors or 10 or 15, reach out to them personally and invite them. I did that my first convention. I had several level 1s and 2s that hadn't signed up yet. And I thought, you know what? Instead of just posting about this on my team page and creating some excitement, because I was super excited about my first, I'm going to pair people up. So I started messaging people, and honestly, I was probably somewhat annoying because I kept pushing and pushing and pushing until they signed up. But why? Because I knew it could change their business. And they weren't planning on going. They just weren't motivated by it. They thought, well, and I had one girl actually say, well, I'm just a gold ambassador. I'm like, that's amazing. You're a gold ambassador. Get there. You know what? I had 5 people, level 2s of mine, that I had pushed and convinced, and they finally went. And they came back, gold ambassadors, and a year later they were senior ruby ambassadors. And they said to me, Tamara, thank you so much for pushing me to go, because it did change my business. It did change my mindset, and it did build my belief. And guess what? Guess what else? Some of them didn't even know each other. They came back best friends and power partners, and are still power partners to this day, who support and encourage one another. You guys, there's so much that you can glean from being a convention. And plus it's in Vegas. You know they're going to do it big and bad, and it's going to be amazing. So be there. Don't miss it. Don't miss it.
Right. So I've never been to Vegas, so I'm really excited about that. Plexus keeps taking me places I've never been before, so
Yeah.
I'm excited about that part. But so if somebody's a leader and they're personally inviting, we talked about personally inviting and making it so important for them to be there with you. Like if you were to give a tip on maybe an incentive, what would you say if a leader wanted to give an incentive on ways they could get their people to come?
Yeah, so about 2 weeks ago, I started an incentive to register for convention, because we do know that the early bird special, we have 2.5 more days for that. February 1st, it's going to go from $79 to $99. And so I thought, you know what? I want to get these people registered early, get them committed now. And so what I did was I did an incentive that if you register before February 1st, that your name went into a drawing for one of 3 Plexus swag shirts that they get to pick themselves what they want. You guys, I think I have about 150 comments already, because that pushed people, probably some of those people, they might have done it later, but it pushed others to just get it done, to secure their spot, to secure their hotel room, and to start working towards their travel. And also, once someone's registered, our convention contest becomes that much more real. You look at it differently. You look at it and go, okay, let me figure out my goal plan here because I'm going to Vegas. So let me see what I'm going with. I'm going for the travel voucher. I'm going for the gala, whatever it is. And that's another thing I want to say really quick. It does not matter if you're a silver ambassador and your goal is the gala. It can be done. 100%. I have had people on my team start out at gold at an event, to the next event, they're emerald, and they get the big check. They're up on the stage with the big check. They never dreamed that for themselves. But you know what? They went home, they worked hard, they pushed, they invested in their team, they engaged their team, they were adding people and sharing, and they set their goals high and they met them. So don't look at that convention contest and think, oh, well, I won't get such and such. No, decide what you want to go for and then make an action plan and go for it.
Right, and that's the reason why it's so important to register early so that we can start planning on those prizes and figuring out goals and how you're going to get your people there. And the great thing about it is that the whole entire time you're building your business. So like you said, you could go from one event being gold and go to the next event being emerald just based on trying to get to those prizes and getting there, and just think about the business growth that you're going to have during that time, and you're going to bring that back from convention along with all the training.
Absolutely.
So that's why it's so important to register early. So my contest in my group is I did a video that asked everybody to go ahead and register at early registration so that they save the money and they can make their goals and they can invite people and all that. And so that obviously ends, my video contest ends on Sunday or Sunday night at midnight. And I haven't even told them what I'm giving yet. I just told them it was going to be great products because I'm planning on giving away products. But any product of Plexus is worth winning, right? So, but it's going to be a really great contest, and I'm going to continue that contest for them or for you guys after Monday as well. But the first contest is going to end Sunday night for early registration, and then we'll start on regular registration. But we want everyone to get in on early registration so they can go ahead and make plans and save money, and your team can save money as well. So you guys go on the video that I posted. It'll be at the top. We'll bring it back up if it's not. But go ahead and when you're registered, go comment, I'm registered, and then that way you'll be in the drawing for the first drawing that we're going to do, and then we'll be doing drawings all throughout the whole contest, convention contest time. So that is all we'll say about that, but I would like to leave with maybe a tip or two on telling people how they can grow their business really fast.
A couple of things that really changed the momentum of my business that I would give a lot of credit towards was when I began to implement three-way training calls. When I went Emerald, I kind of looked around and thought, oh my gosh, what do I do with all these amazing people? And we were growing very rapidly, even at Emerald. We were growing very rapidly, but our retention level was pretty bad. People were dropping off almost as fast as they were coming on. And so I took a really hard look at myself as a leader and just looked at my team. And what I came to was that people were not engaged from the beginning. And so I started doing three-way or one-on-one training calls. But I'm going to focus on the three-way training calls for this. So for example, I would have a level one that signed a level one, and they would reach out to me, and I would coach them to do this in the very first week. We want to get them on the phone before their welcome pack even comes in, if possible. And I would just go over 5 simple things. There's nothing magic to these, but I would help them establish why they joined and what their motivation was for becoming a Plexus ambassador, whether it was health or business or whatever it might be. And then we would talk about goals, and goals specifically in their very first month, because I want them to get a paycheck in their first month, because I know how it felt when I got a paycheck in my first month. I went from I want to drop 20 pounds to I want to be a jewel ambassador in a month's time. So you getting that first paycheck, whether it's $50, $300, whatever it is, that can motivate someone, and that can turn someone from a wholesale ambassador even to to a business building ambassador. Trust me on that. And then we also talk about Facebook posting, how to post smart. The purpose of us Facebook posting is not just to market, but it's to inspire. It is to inspire our audience. We want to intrigue them so they reach out and say, I want to hear more about these products, or I want to hear more about this business. So I really give them some tips on how to post smart and how to post that initial post when they come out and share with all their friends and family. And then next up, we talk about list making. That's my favorite topic. Making your list of potentials that you want to reach out to, and then coming up with a game plan to actually start sharing. Remember, I mentioned sharing boldly was a huge aspect of my growth. So helping them learn how to do that and push past fears. And then lastly, very simply, getting plugged into resources. The team page, testimonial pages, the team calls that I do every week. Making sure they know what the resources are and getting them plugged in from the beginning. Because again, an excited ambassador is a business building ambassador. So I would attribute so much of my momentum to implementing those calls and thankfully seeing them duplicate across my team. And then secondly, three-way prospecting calls. So I really started to do three-way calls with my team to help close the deal, so to speak. So maybe they're working with the potential, but they haven't quite closed the deal. I encourage them to get them on the line with me or on Facebook Messenger, either way, but to include me on that so that I can help build belief into them this is real, that this is a real opportunity, that I'm a normal person who just decided to work hard and to go for something, and look where it's brought me. It's changed my life. It's changed my life, and it's changed my family's life and so many people on my team's life. So it gives me a chance to just share with them what this could be for them. So those are the two things, Gina, that I would contribute the most. And then lastly, if I were to pick a third, I would definitely say personal development. The more confident you are in yourself, the more confident you are in network marketing and marketing your business, marketing yourself, the more effective you're going to be. And we have to be effective in this business to be successful. So get any book you can get your hands on. Watch any video. Listen to any call. Do what Jana says and your other leaders. But just plug in and take time on a consistent basis to invest in you, to grow you. Because that's not only going to make you a more effective and better and well-rounded person, that's going to help you so much in your business. I started personal growth a little later, but then when I realized the importance of it, I dove in. I was doing something every single day to learn and grow because I knew that would make me a more powerful ambassador and a more powerful leader.
Awesome. Do you have a favorite book for belief?
Oh,
I know there's so many.
Yeah, for belief, Presley Swaggerty, Be More, Do More, Have More is fantastic. And his Millionaire by Halftime book is really good for kind of basic principles on just how to grow a business. So I can't recommend him highly enough. Also, The 4-Year Career. That is a really good book to build your belief just in this industry, because it shows you how amazing this industry really is. I think sometimes, we pay $34.95 and we don't really capture that we bought into our own business. This is an actual business that you are the CEO of. So take it that seriously. I mean, just like a retail store, they open their doors every day, right? If they didn't, or 6 days out of 7 days, if they didn't, their business, nothing's going to happen in their business. This is just like any other business. You have to show up every day. You have to show up and be consistent in order for it to be successful.
Right. And it might take longer than a month. People, I think that's part of the thing. People expect a lot quicker success with this than they do with a regular business. And it probably will be quicker than a regular business, but still you have to give it some time.
Yes, yes. And I think it's so important to keep in mind that even, let's say your goal is to be an emerald, okay? Even if it takes 2 years, let's say it takes 3 years, let's say it takes 5. You guys, there's nowhere else, and in 3 to 5 years that you could gain what you gain when you become an Emerald Ambassador with Plexus. Putting that time in is so worth the effort. The salary you'll achieve, the trip, the car, I mean, the satisfaction that you accomplished something so amazing. It's so worth it. What makes me sadder than anything, honestly, is when I see people give up that haven't given it a fair shot. They try for 2 months, they didn't meet their goal, and instead of pushing forward past those trials and being resilient, they decide to back off because maybe this just isn't going to work for me. You guys, I can't even tell you, I don't share this often, but I can't even tell you how many times in my first few months with Plexus that I almost quit. As in, fill out the form, done. Because I didn't like being rejected. That wasn't fun. I didn't like that customers were quitting on me. I didn't like that I signed up ambassadors that weren't working the business. And I was so discouraged. And I was afraid to fail. So I thought it would be easier just to stop, just to quit altogether than to keep trying and fail. You guys, something held me from quitting. And praise God, I didn't quit. And I think about that every once in a while. Like, what if I would have given up on myself? What if I would have allowed that self-doubt that was trying to creep in? What if I would have let that take precedence in my mind? I wouldn't be talking to y'all right now. I wouldn't be where I am. I wouldn't have gone to Maui the past 2 years. So think about that whenever you're down and out, because we're all going to have times like that. No one's business is just smooth sailing and, hunky-dory all the time. We all go through trials and missteps in our business, but just pick yourself back up and keep on going.
Right. I absolutely agree with everything you said. I mean, it's so true about the investing in time, even if it took you 5 years. I mean, what college degree could you go out and get to make that kind of money and lifestyle change in that amount of time? You just can't nowadays. So it's so worth it to just push through, like you said. And I love your tips. I think it's great. You're so inspiring, and I love your story. And you're so sweet, and you help everyone. And I just love you. But if you want to follow Tamara on Facebook, follow her. I encourage all of my team to follow all the diamonds. Obviously, we can't accept everyone's friends because we only have a certain amount of friends, and so we have to keep those for new prospects. But feel free to follow. Most of us have our following thing set up to where we can accept followers, and that way you can see most of our Plexus stuff we do as public. I know you probably do too. And so that's what you want to see anyway. So be sure and follow Tamara. Are you speaking at convention again, or do you know?
I don't know yet. We'll see.
Last year, and I'm sure you will, because it was phenomenal from everybody that I heard. And last year they did breakout sessions for depending on what rank you were, and that was great. I hope they do that again. And
yes,
but I listened to you afterwards on the calls, and it was phenomenal. And I heard lots of great things from my team that was there. So I hope you get to speak again. And thank you so much for being on the call. I really appreciate it. And you're so inspiring, and I love your story. And I will talk to you soon. But thanks, everyone, for getting on the call. And be sure to go and put I'm registered once you're registered on the contest for the video. So that will stay up the whole time for convention. And we're so excited. We can't wait. I can't wait to see you there, Tamara. And Vegas is going to be so much fun. You just cannot miss it.
Be there, guys.
Yes. Thank you so much, Tamara. And I will talk to you guys soon.